Hey, good evening, everyone. Super late. This is the second unboxing of the day. I don't know if I'm going to put these two back to back on YouTube tonight or if I'm going to wait and do one tomorrow, do one the next day, or do one tonight, do one tomorrow, do both tonight. Not 100% sure, but I'm super busy. Had a jam-packed weekend. We celebrated our anniversary. We were gone for a few days. Back in town today. Work was nuts today, and I still got to work a little bit before I hit the bed tonight around midnight. So it's been a crazy day. So guys, please remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate you guys tuning in right now. This particular shoe here, I hit on, I believe it was Friday morning when they did the last of the Nike restocks on Friday. The pairs I was going for was the metallic reimagined fives. I have a pair of those, but I was going for those. And I was also going for a shoe that released on May 17th that I missed out on 3 months ago. I woke up at like 11 o'clock. It was an hour after release. These had already sold out in like 5 minutes that morning. So I was like, okay, I gotta go for those two. So those particular two pairs of shoes I said I gotta go for. The reimagined metallic fives and the Korean Jordan 3 2.0s. Two shoes I said I gotta go for on the restock. So I jumped in on Friday, went for both shoes. Unfortunately, one of those shoes was sold out. I couldn't get it. The other shoe, I was able to get it. And then later on, it eventually sold out maybe like an hour later or whatever. But since I already have a pair of one of those, not sure if I mixed that up and kind of confused you guys. So let me just stop talking in riddle for a minute. First of all, Black Reimagined Metallic Fives. I went for on the restock. Struck out. Could not get that shoe. I already have a pair though. I wanted to get a second pair because I wanted to take that second pair and maybe trade them towards the Brick by Bricks, or trade them towards the SB Pine Green Jordan 4s, right? Also wanted to go for the Jordan 3 Korean Seoul 2.0 because like I said, I woke up at 11 o'clock that morning. They were sold out. Thought about paying resale, but I was like, for some odd reason, I was like, I got a feeling this shoe's going to come back around sooner or later. So, like I said, it restocked Friday. So let me go ahead and get this box open so you guys can see what's inside. But I think based on what I just got done saying, you guys know which one of the restocks was in here. But let's just get this open. All right. Now, normally they don't seal this part. They normally leave this part unsealed and you seal it back. You have to return the shoe. But I don't know. Maybe somebody was new and it was packaging these all crazy. All right. So, oh man, they must. Well, I don't know. Maybe these are returned because I don't know. When I pull these out, you guys will see what I'm saying. Because initially they come pre-wrapped like this, and they're taped up, as you can see. So when you went to pick these up on release day, I'll just let you guys know what these are, because if you see the paper, you pretty much know what they are if you are familiar with this release or drop. And it's probably not even the fact that somebody returned them. I think maybe they were just sitting in a Nike warehouse getting bumped around and then getting shipped here, and just the packaging on them got ripped up. So I'm glad I'm filming this so I can remember what this looks like. There's no way I'm going to be able to preserve the wrapping on this shoe. But anyway, if you guys seen reviews of other people of this shoe, you know what this shoe is. This is the Jordan 3 Korean Seoul 2.0. It comes wrapped in like a wrapping outside of the box. So if you went to pick these up on release day, they bring them out the box, they're wrapped up like this. You rip this tape off or whatever, rip this packaging off, you open up the shoes, right? So there's no real neat way for me to do this and still preserve this. And as you can see, a lot of the wrapping on here has already been busted up and ripped up. So I can't really preserve this. I was gonna say maybe this was a return, but I doubt if anyone would have went through all of the trouble of trying to get this packaged up like this. And as neat as I am, There's no way if I bought this shoe on release day that I would have been able to wrap this up like this and get this back in a box as neat as this was. So I think they just had extra pairs in the factory, and because there were extra pairs, they got banged up while they were at the factory waiting to ship out or whatever. But remember, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me go ahead and start opening this up. Like I said, I hate to rip this up because of the way it's packaging, but I really don't have a choice. As you're taking this off, this tape is not being forgiving. So I'm kind of ripping it up by accident. I'm not trying to, but some of you probably like, it's just tissue paper. Rip it up and pull that shoe out. But I don't know. It's just my thing. I just try to preserve what I can, but I don't think I really can preserve this because I think they got this wrap so tight, you got to rip it up in order to get the shoe out. So maybe that's why they did it like that, is so you can have that experience of doing this. But some of the ones, when they did this in Tokyo, I mean, not Tokyo, but in Korea, when these dropped, some of them had a bow on the outside tied around them. So that's why I said it's supposed to be like a gift wrap package, because some of them had bows on them, which is crazy. Yeah, there's no way to really do this without ripping up the paper. I wish I could preserve it, but I can't. There's just no way for me to do this without ripping up the paper. Yeah, there just was no way. But get this tissue paper out the way. And you guys see this is the box here. Now, the neat thing about this is the bottom of the box has like an elephant print embedded in the box here. You can see, I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but the bottom part of the box is elephant print, gray elephant print. And then the top of the lid is like Jumpman, but he's in the clouds. And you can really feel the texture on that elephant print. But the label says Air Jordan 3, Retro OG SP, White Black Sport Royale. So let's go ahead and get this lid off and take a look at what we got inside. And look at that. I like the way how they package these. I mean, they really went all out for this. Look at that. It's got the bow tied on it with the tissue paper, with the Korean, you know, colors or flags or symbols or whatever. When Jordan, I think they played in like the Olympics or something at some point, had the Olympics there, and Jordan played in Korea for the Olympics. But let me try to get this out of here. I want to try to keep this paper intact and keep this bow intact. Try to do this as best as I can, like I said, without damaging. And then if you guys are looking for these for resale, you can see that inside the box there is a white and green quality control sticker. All right, so let me try to slide the bow off because I don't want to untie it. So I'm gonna take the shoes like this. Like I said, I'm trying to hurry up, guys. I'm not trying to do a long, drawn-out video, but I do not want to untie this, just in case I want to. Oh, that was an epic fail. Oh, that was an epic fail. I'd have been better off just untying the bow. That was so crazy on my part. I should have just untied the bow. But the shoes are okay, and the packaging is okay. Hey, I don't like to do editing and retakes, so you guys saw me fumble and saw me make a mess. All right, anyway, this is the right shoe. Oh, now that was funny. I should have just untied it and left the ribbon in the box. Oh well. Anyway, it's in the tissue paper here. And I'm going to put these on like a flat surface, on like a cocktail table, and I'm going to put that bow back around them until I wear them. And then I'll untie the bow that day. But anyway, these are individually wrapped. You know, they're wrapping up all the Jordans now individually. But this is the right shoe. Let me unwrap this and take this bad boy out. They got these things wrapped up, I tell you. That's what I said. I don't think these are returns. I think these were just extra shoes they had. Like Nike never sells out. So they just took some spares they had in the factory and just put them on the sneakers app. And we pop this shoe out here. I don't know how I'm going to get these wrapped back up like this, but I will attempt to. Don't know if it's possible or not. That was in there tight. Okay, this is the right shoe. Alright, this is the left shoe. Yeah, they got these tight. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get these wrapped up the same way. I'm just not gonna even try. Those are in there pretty tight. So here you have it. You got the Jordan 3 Korean Seoul 2.0s. You've got, let me start off with the back of the shoe. You got Nike Air on the back tabs. Also on these back tabs, like the Amamineer 3s that recently released, the Diffused Blue, they put these behind the toe tab to make sure that the material doesn't fade on the toe tab. And I'm looking to see if they put anything behind there like the Amamineers. I don't see nothing there, but they just got that there to protect the, keep the material from fading on the back of the ankle tab. Then on the side here, you've got the outsole is like that aged yellow creamish look that they normally do that sale. Coming around the front is more like a more white or a light cream. The bottom of the shoe is a standard Jordan 3 bottom. It's gray, sail, and red. The bottom of this one is gray, sail, and blue. The Nike Air Bubble is red. And the elephant print here is not like your traditional flat elephant print. It's actually like a nubuck or a suede material. And then they cut the elephant print into that suede nubuck material. And that's like that on the back too, with that elephant print is like suede or nubuck, and then they cut the elephant print into the cut the pattern into the suede, which is really nice. The sock liners on these are like a red velvet, and the heel tab there is like a navy or like a royal blue. So this shoe has like a lot of nice colors in it. It has like a sail, has like a sail, royal blue, eraser blue, gray, white, red. Just a lot of, combinations, with them trying to play off the Korean flag. Inside the shoe. Oh, you know what? Something I just noticed? The air bubbles are different colors. So on the left shoe, the air bubble is navy. On the right shoe, the air bubble is red. That's a nice little touch. I just now noticed that as I'm actually looking at the shoe. And so this shoe has the bottom blue and this shoe has the bottom red there. So the air bubbles and the bottom of the shoe match. The insoles inside the shoe there, the insoles are white with Nike Air in black. Now, one thing that's weird, like I noticed that like whenever you have like Nike insoles that are white, for some odd reason, it may not be the case that you guys will with me. If I got a black insole, dark blue insole or something, the writing of the Nike Air or the Jordan sign never rubs off. But for some odd reason, when it's white, that black coloring or whatever color they use, it always rubs off after like one wear. I don't know what it is about the white insoles. But one other quick thing here, behind the tongue of each shoe is is a Korean like symbol or Korean letter. And the inside of the tongue sock liner is white, or the inside of the tongue is white, I should say, with that Korean symbol behind the shoe, behind the tongue, excuse me. And then on this one, there's another Korean symbol. I have no idea what they mean. I have to look that up to see what it says. I'm not going to play and be like, oh, that means for Jordan. I have no idea. The left shoe has the Korean flag on the tongue, and the right shoe has the Jordan, the Jumpman on there. So I thought at one point that these came with yellow laces, but maybe I was mistaken, and maybe I just saw someone put some yellow laces in here. But I could have sworn some video I saw, or maybe I didn't see, maybe I saw it on Instagram and somebody had yellow laces in them. But I thought they came with yellow laces, but I guess they don't. But either way, I'll still rock them like this. I might end up throwing some cream or sail laces in here, like some sail, or yeah, I'll definitely probably throw some sail laces in here. I got a few pair of like Amamanier shoes that all came with sail laces, so I got a ton of spare sail. So I'll probably throw some sail laces in here to kind of make the sail and the outsole and the tongue and the lace holes here, the lace hoops kind of pop. But guys, I'm getting tired. My camera person's tired. It's late. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to try to wrap these shoes up the best way I can. Kind of embarrassed myself dropping these shoes out of that ribbon, but I'll get them wrapped up back neatly the way that they were. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and you guys have you subscribe, and you guys have a blessed night and be safe out there. Bye-bye.